Welcome back to the podcast. Today we're sitting down with Meagan, a materials buyer at Wholesale Gardens here in Houston. We'll be talking about a side of the green industry most homeowners never see, wholesale. We're covering everything from how plants get from a grower to your yard, to navigating Houston's climate, to what really happens when a homeowner shows up with an AI-generated backyard inspiration board. Let's get into it.
Oh, yeah.
Meagan, thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you, Sarah. It's great to be here.
Can you share with everyone a bit about your background and what you do for a living?
So my background, I graduated from Prairie View A&M in 2018 with an interdisciplinary agriculture degree, concentration animal science, so not the plant side of things. Uh, needless to say, I ended up in the green industry, working for Wholesale Gardens as the materials buyer, and I love it. What got me there, though, was my mother-in-law was actually the accountant for Wholesale Gardens and was kind of saying, "Hey, you should come work for us." And I was like, "Okay, no." The thing is, she told me, "You should come to my office." And I was like, "You're an accountant. Why would I want to go to your office?" And so I was actually helping my husband. He does the floors, and he was doing the floors there. And it was right after New Year's Day, and he had to go finish the job there while they had the office cleaned out, and he was doing the floors. And I was there, and it was cool. My boss, Brad, was there, and he said, "Hey, how you doing? Da da da." We shook hands, and why don't you jump on one of the golf carts and go cruise the nursery? And I was like, "Cool." And really, that's when I applied and kind of segued into being their materials buyer after learning the ropes.
And the nice thing about working in this industry is there's so many cool plants to look at and just relaxing places to be
Yeah,
in.
there were. I mean, what's a better place to work at? Like you're surrounded by plants and it's beautiful every day. The team is great. Everyone is a joy to be around. Our customers are wonderful. They're the best, actually. And then, um, yeah,
So, yeah, I feel the same way. I always joke around here. You can never run out of content when you work with plants because there are billions of plants.
yeah, you'll never know every plant, and they're volatile, so they're always telling you like, "Hi, I'm dying." And it's like, "Okay, why are you dying?"
Let me go on
You're
down
con-
a rabbit hole.
yeah, yeah, exactly. There's always something to learn.
So, here at Microlife, we are a wholesale fertilizer company, and so we understand the wholesale side of things. But what would you say is the simplest way to explain to someone outside of the industry what makes wholesale different from just walking into a garden center?
Right. So wholesale's different. And, I mean, the prices are better, but they're exclusively for landscapers. We don't sell to the public. We protect our landscapers. They went through everything to become one, and, so you're a pool company and you don't do landscaping, but you wanna buy a couple plants and kinda step on their toes. No, 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 no. We need proof that you are a landscaper.
Hmm.
Um, we need, Texas Nursery Floral Certificate. Let me say it for the people in the back. But we there's requirements. We try to protect our landscapers, really.
And so, what was a huge change for you for going from the garden center side of things to wholesale?
So retail to wholesale, it's a lot more lax. You know everyone on a first name basis. You joke with them. You know their kids' names, their dogs' names. Whereas you're not as serious. One of the funniest differences is you're so comfortable with your customers, you just talk to them like they're, your best friends or your cousins or your family. And the difference is retail, you're approaching people with, "Hi, can I help you find something today?" Like it's the
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse comes out. Whereas wholesale, it's, you can just give someone a heads up and they know what that means. And it's like, cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So, customer relationships is really important in wholesale. And what is your kind of process for starting to build one with somebody who maybe just found you guys and wants to start buying from you?
First thing to do is, I mean, really, we try to approach every single person that comes into our nursery. I mean, we have to. They have to come in and get out,
Yeah.
pay somehow, so we have to. But really, it just starts off with a smile and a handshake. And I think what we try to train everyone to do is to ask an open-ended question for like the customer service side of things.
Okay.
So it's what can I help you find? Someone looks lost, deer in the headlights, and you don't beeline to them, you don't scare them off. You kind of go finish what you're doing with in 2 seconds, and you slightly walk over and say, what can I help you with, or what can I help you find today, and that opens them up to having to answer your question. So it's the
Mhm.
best icebreaker versus can I help you? Can I help you is you can say yes, you can say no, you
Right.
can totally say no, or no, I'm okay, no thanks, I'm good, I'm just looking. But if you're open-ended about it, "What can I help you find today?" It's like, "I'm looking for this." "Alright, let me walk you over there and show you this, and, 'Hi, I'm Megan, what's your name?'"
Yeah.
And then you introduce yourself, shake their hand. We're not in COVID anymore. They're not gonna bite you. Um,
Right.
and really just kinda see if they're registered with us, and if they're not, we get them registered as long as they fit the criteria, and just move on from there and exchange contacts and just be welcoming.
Yeah, absolutely. And so homeowners may not be aware of how many hands a plant passes through before it ends up in the yard. Can you break down the process of growth of a plant to a landscaper installing it?
Yeah. So we all know plants start from seed, propagation, cuttings or something, plugs. So those are going to start at the grower operation, the producer. So from there, we are a re-wholesaler. So we purchase plants from a grower. They grow in bulk. We kind of buy a little bit in bulk, but we are with our end user. Well, we sell to the landscapers. The end user is going to be the homeowner.
Mhm.
Um, and so really, it's almost on the homeowner and the landscaper to figure out what they want. We kind of gather, I guess data, you could say. We listen to our landscapers and see what they're looking for, and that's what we bring in from the growers and kind of pass it back down or up the chain that way. So it's going to start from producer or grower, and then we're the distributor, we're the re-wholesaler. And it also could go from us to a retailer, or it could go from producer to retailer. And that's where
Okay.
homeowners can just direct buy. But as I was saying, we're just exclusive to landscapers, and they come to us, and we're just a middleman.
Yeah. So Houston has a beautiful array of different challenges to overcome in terms of the landscape. And humidity and heat affect a lot of our plants. How does that kind of impact the plants that you all sell? And how do you keep up with managing those different challenges in the summer?
The summertime in Houston is certainly like it'll melt your socks off. I'm talking like I sweat my clothes out 5 times before 9 o'clock. But and so do our plants. They're opening up. Releasing all the extra. They're trying to breathe too. So
Mhm.
what we do is the best thing to do for wholesalers is to not overstock plants in the summertime.
Okay.
We buy smart. We try to buy smart. We don't overbuy. That way, we don't have too much to take care of, water, manage, hide from the scorching sun. We try to water earlier in the day versus in the evening time, afternoon. And really, there's a little bit of training in watering. It's not just like, hey, water on top and run the sprinklers. And
Yeah.
watering actually takes training. So we try to remind our, coworkers, hey, that doesn't need as much as you think. Yeah, it's already drooping like that because it can only hold so much. It's locking up. I remember I was listening to the podcast earlier where Mike was talking about the plants only retain, what was it, like 2% of
Yeah.
they only use 2% of the water, retain it. But our goal is just to keep the plants alive for a short term to get it to the landscapers.
Well, and it's interesting too because I feel like you guys have an extra challenge because you almost want your plants to be at their healthiest
It
form, right?
Exactly. It's complicated. We're not sitting there really fertilizing plants. We're just trying to, what light do you like?
Yeah.
Yeah, how much water do you really need? Maybe we don't water it every day. It's a learning curve. You learn as you go. We lose some plants.
Yeah.
So there's I don't know what else to say as far as like saving plants' lives.
Yeah.
We lose a lot. We lose a lot of plants.
I think it helps teach us all that, it's okay to move on after something.
I've definitely killed my share of plants. You know, not on purpose.
Right, of course.
Maybe my bougainvillea on purpose, but
How far in advance are you planning and purchasing for the seasons ahead?
so right now is actually the time of year that we're planning for fall. We're planning for next spring.
Okay.
We are booking. We start for the materials. We start our booking in like August, and then carry it through September. So basically, I'm thinking about frost cloth like 3 weeks ago,
Oh, wow.
and it's about to be July. So
Wow.
yeah, we're trying to predict that and listening to all the weather guys, and just brushing that off our shoulder and, and just looking at records and wondering how much warehouse space do I have, and
Mhm.
trying to buy smart, looking for different avenues to purchase from, different vendors. What's the best price? And, what are our customers asking for? So,
Yeah.
like, do they like the thicker stuff? Are they kind of like, hey, I want the thin stuff? Maybe the plant will die and I'll have to replace it for they're
Yeah.
kind of strategically letting some things go.
Mhm.
Um, so, tools. I need to know how many rakes do we sell in a year.
Yeah.
We sell a lot of rakes and a lot of gloves.
Oh
Like the
my gosh.
landscapers, they lose a lot of gloves. I'm talking in the hundreds,
Wow.
a few handful of hundreds. And you wouldn't think it, but then I know our guys out in the yard, they're constantly losing their gloves. So, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So, like, what happens to plants that maybe don't sell or don't make it past the season that they are relevant in?
What we'll do if a plant's going out, we'll put them on a disc. We'll put it on discount. We don't try to advertise it. It's more so you have to come into our nursery to see this.
Yeah, yeah,
Boots on the ground, first come first serve. Early bird gets that worm. Yeah.
yeah.
So we give some discounts on some plant material that's going out. We do donate some. I know. I think it was Herman Park got some lantana from us a while back. It was more like, hey, you're here. Oh, let me show you these. They're going out. It's like 100 of them. Do you want them? Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
So it's fun to share. We also have to just write some off, and that's the saddest bit about it is that they go into the great beyond.
Yeah.
They just sad to say they go into a big dumpster and they go fill that landfill with good vibes.
At least
Yeah,
it decomposes. So
exactly.
that's beautiful.
Yes, agreed.
So, what are the most common plants Houston landscapers request?
So your staples, and I think anybody will agree to this, for your evergreens, tree form, they're looking at, your trees and shrubs, they're looking at eaglestons, they're hollies. They're looking at Dwarfio kind of over the boxwoods now,
Mhm.
because they don't get the Phytophthora, and then
Yeah.
there are other shade loving shrubs, not loving mainly, but shade tolerant, camellias, the japonicas mainly, and then azaleas, gardenias. I can't grow a gardenia to save my life. They always yellow out and die on me, but so that's my no plant. But hey, if you can do it, go for it. They smell the best. Other staples, the ground covers are your Asian jasmines, vines, the star jasmine. It's pretty much people want their yards to look lush and green, so they're always looking for those kind of evergreen things. I mean, but we sell everything. If you're looking for it, ask us. We will try to find it. We'll procure it. It might not be tomorrow, but it might be a couple weeks. It might be next month whenever you have a truck coming in from Louisiana or California, but
Mhm.
we're going to try. We try for our customers. So,
So, do you guys get plants and materials from all over the country?
oh yeah, even Canada. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Hey.
Oh, Canada. Hey. We love Canada. They're so nice. Truthfully. Uh, California, Florida, Oregon, Georgia, Louisiana, Texas, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
Um, Sometimes down the street, mainly a lot down the street. We
Yeah.
try to keep it local, but whatever we need to get, we'll try to find.
Mhm.
So,
And what are some important factors people need to keep in mind whenever they request plants from you guys?
lead time. Lead time is huge, guys. And it's not their fault. It's the
Yeah.
last second request that they get from their customers, their
Uh-huh.
clients. They have a contract with these people to please them, and hey, we have a party coming up on Saturday. Can you get
Mhm.
X, Y, and Z? And it has to be these colors because they graduated from this college and we're having,
Yeah,
it's
right.
it's very particular, and this is my favorite plant that I saw, in whatever island I went to. And here it is. It's December in Texas. I'm sorry, we can't get that. But lead time is huge. Landscapers, as long as they can give us an ample amount of time, to procure something, we'll get it. We'll try, and if we can't, we'll be honest and tell them, I'm sorry, but it's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
We're honest about it. We try not to beat around the bush, because then they're leading their customers on to think that it's
Right.
available, and it's not. Houston's different. Houston can handle a lot of things, but Houston can't handle everything.
Are you like seeing any trends that people are starting to lean into more native plants?
Definitely.
That's good.
Everyone wants a butterfly garden now.
Yeah.
Not now, but they've always wanted them. But I think it's getting a lot more traction, and just some people go nuts over milkweed, and some people go nuts over lantana. And really, what I find is people want the different stuff. They're asking
Mhm.
for the mist flower. They're asking for,
Yeah.
and I love my favorite one. It's the Turk's cap.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
It's a good one.
dude, if you eat the flower, one of my customers, she's also like a chef, and she
Uh-huh.
told me this, so I'm taking her word for it. She said if you eat one of the flowers off of the Turk's cap, it's your vitamin C for the day. So every time I'm like, and like eat
Wow, I didn't
one,
realize
I
that. That's
know,
really
and they
interesting.
taste good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're sweet.
That's rare
Yeah, they actually
in
taste
terms
good.
of eating
Yeah,
flowers.
just like make your cocktail and put a little Turk's cap flower on there, and pinky out. Like, I feel fancy around all your plant friends.
Right? What plants would you like to you are a homeowner,
Mhm.
and you've been working on your yard, and what are some plants you would like to see some other Houston homeowners incorporate into their yards?
Well, the one I just said, I love Turk's cap, and the hummingbirds do too. I have hummingbirds on my Turk's cap just as much as I do on on my hummingbird feeders.
Wow.
I do. I love salvias, all salvias, Greggii. I mean, the Mystic Spires one is so popular. It smells great. The black and blue. I just visited Green Hall a couple weeks ago, and
Oh, I love
I
green.
love green. It's all over the place there, and the bees are just going nuts. So I love the salvias. One of the ones I really truly love like a tree. I love redbuds. They
Yeah.
have so much interest, like winter interest, early spring interest, different color leaves. They're shaped like hearts. The
Yeah.
rising suns are awesome. Flamethrowers are awesome. The weeping ones are cool. They're
Mhm.
different, and they're so adaptable. Like they just you plant them, you kinda don't overbaby them, and they make it. It's
Right.
don't overthink it. They're great, and it's a small tree, the root system's not gonna be huge, so it's not gonna compete with everything else you have in your garden, but it's gonna give you something beautiful to look out your window, and, the flowers are first thing of spring, and you're
Yeah.
like, "There's hope."
Oh my
So,
gosh, right?
they're my favorite little tree.
So, those were all some really great plant recommendations. Are you seeing more unique or maybe unrealistic plant requests now that homeowners have access to AI generated garden inspiration? Maybe spending a little bit too much time on Pinterest?
Oh, yeah.
How do you handle that?
Yeah, it definitely started with Pinterest.
Yeah.
Mhm.
As all great things do.
Yeah. It starts with the inspiration. They wanna mimic that inspiration, they wanna mimic what inspired them. So they're
Yeah.
guys, it's impossible. So, if you ask me if someone came up to me with an AI generated picture or something, it's almost, you listen to what they're asking for, but you look at them and they're your best friends because they're your customers, and you laugh out loud with them, because you know that that came from their customer, and their customer really truly saw it, just on the internet somewhere. Guys, take a picture of something in real life and bring that in with us, to us.
Yeah.
Get in a magazine. They're not quite all AI. Like it's still old school cut and paste, and still probably comes from a true picture. But AI has really it's taught us to say no. So it's kind of I hated saying no in the beginning. It was I would say sorry, no, sorry, 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 we're trying,
Yeah.
sorry, no. And I hated that. I hate telling my customers no. And as does anyone. If you're in the business of customer service, you want
Yeah.
to please them.
Absolutely.
So AI has really made it difficult for us to say yes to everything. A lot of it is let's do some research. Let's counter, use that AI, circle it, and Google search what is that,
Yeah.
and it's gonna bring up what the real picture of it looks like. And there's so many examples. It's Ligularia in the full sun. No, guys, it needs shade. It needs shade, like, as soon as it gets in the sun, if you plant it wrong, it's gonna droop to where it's touching the ground, and you're gonna overwater it thinking it's needing water, but no, it needs shade. I don't know, they ask for the impossible, we have to tell them no, we bring them back to Earth, and then say, "Hey,
Mhm.
look, Earth is Earth, like, everything's the way it is for a reason, God made the planets the way He did, and
Right.
they work the way they do, and the way they do. We cannot change it. Quit trying."
Right. Well, and I mean, I don't think AI is gonna take your job anytime soon, so that's great.
Yeah, yeah. Boots on the ground. Like, I spend 80% of my time in the yard and then maybe 20 at the desk, and that's just a 15-minute look at emails in the morning and then make an invoice here and there and
Mhm.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What are some projects you're working on right now?
At the nursery, we're really just trying to maintain and kind of sustain what we've been doing. We've added some shade cloth to, you know, increase the quality of our plants, less heat stress. We've kind of gone through some training, customer service training, and just plant care training.
Where would you like to see the wholesale industry go in the next, like, 5 years?
Truly, I'd like to see it go in the way of education. We
Yeah.
we need people from colleges to just come walk a nursery. We need landscape architects to come walk a nursery and see what is available.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they're specing things that are, "Hey, this only grows it does well up in the Northeast. We can't do peonies, guys. Quit putting them in your specs, or putting them in your bids or in your design." Education and communication, really, we as a wholesaler, we could definitely host seminars or just, hey, a walk in the yard and have interns come in and have really, hey, if you even have a second to get away from being with your customers, let's make it an hour and I want to get a group of people and let me show you the layout of our nursery. You walk in and this is the flow. This is the annuals, the perennials, the shade loving plants, the trees. If you're looking for something, this is at least the layout so you can understand that. And if you're looking for someone to help you, let me introduce you to someone. So, network with people that are there in our nursery. Do you need a tree? Talk to Brad. Do you need to order some color? We have Grace and Nedra. If you have a question about a dying plant, come see me.
Yeah.
So really, it looks like education, communication. Don't be scared. Ask us a question, and you'll leave with a bottle of water and a handshake, and who knows, maybe a bandana.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, that's,
Yeah.
like, why we wanted to start the podcast too, because we were like, there's so many fun, cool, interesting people that have
Oh yeah.
so many different interests in this industry, and so I think that's really, really great advice.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming in today. Where can people keep up with you online or Wholesale Gardens?
So Wholesale Gardens has we're big on it. Well, we have Instagram. We have Instagram. Trying to grow that a little bit and really wholesalegardens.com. Just go peruse that. You can just visit us at 1400 Anderson 77401. We're in Bel Air. And if you have any questions about us, just give us a call. My email, Meagan, Meagan at wholesalegardens with an S.com. And let's see where else. Really, we just like to see your face, so come in and we'll sell you a plant.
They're nice.
Yeah.
Alright.